So, I do have one change with Mario's deck, and it's actually only because I have 3 of these cards and only 2 of these cards. So that's the only change, though. Mario's deck is still pretty awesome, actually. I love the warrior type gameplay. I did have another replay that I wanted to show you. It was against Glad Beasts. Gladiator Beasts! It was amazing! Okay, so let's go ahead and go right into it. No, actually, let's do replays. It was against a Yami Yugi. I expected him to have Destiny Drop, but he never popped Destiny Drop, so I'm so confused. Like, what did he have that he used that was... Oh, I should probably pause this thing in the background. I'm watching Skyrim videos on mods, trying to get, like, the best werewolf thing, but it turns out, you know, if you just keep watching it, it turns from werewolf to vampire, because apparently everybody's all about them vampires. Alright. So, this was an epic battle, and you'll see what I mean when I say epic battle. Like, absolutely 100%. So, I did have a misplay, like right at the beginning, except this was not a misplay. I was able to get rid of his impenetrable attack, which was very clutch. Anyways, I destroy his Murmillo, and then he has this guy, so I'm like, alright, I gotta do something. So I attack, and then I use enemy controller. And he uses enemy controller, and I'm like, oh, well, crap. Because, you know, puts me in defense position. But I go ahead and take him out anyway. The misplay is coming up. I should have used Forbidden Chalice right here, because he was going to destroy my monster anyway. But I thought if I waited until it activated, I could use Forbidden Chalice and it would negate the effect when he shuffled it back in, but that's not how it works. I messed up on that. That was a misplay. But I go ahead and use Forbidden Chalice right here. That way he couldn't destroy my Gilfried. And then I switch out my Prismatic Gilfried the Iron Knight for the Prismatic Freed and wreck. And then after this, I have choices. He sets and sets, so I'm really curious on what that back row is. I pull a DD Warrior, because even if it is this monster, it's not destroying them, it's removing them from play, so I think it still works. But he uses that instead, and I'm like, well, crap! Now if he has a monster, my Freed is done! So I just go ahead and attack. And he pulls a back row. So I flip it into defense position because, you know, it's not good. I pull out a Boxer because it'll have 2,000, it'll be a 2,000 beater. And then I attack. And this is where I expect him to have Destiny draw, because he took 1,000 life points of damage, or 2,000 life points of damage. I expected him to, you know, pull something special. But I set my Mystic Swordsman, which may have been a misplay pulling Mystic Swordsman, because he did have Sphere Karibo, but I don't think it was that much of a misplay. I think, if I remember correctly, that is a Wall of Disruption, and that's what I was trying to play around. But I think it turns out to be an impenetrable attack. Anyways, I don't use Freed's effect. Yeah, it was impenetrable attack. And then then he switches it out, and he brings out Lucario. I'm like, okay, you could have brought out Malamur and destroyed my face up, and then switched over to destroy that. Okay, and I get lucky, and I get Exile Force, and I'm like, bye-bye. And I switch both of them into attack position, and he's like, wow, disruption, and I'm like, crap, no! But I attack anyway, and he's got like 200 life points left, and I have 1,500 at this point. So he's going to summon a monster, and he's going to attack me. And then I'm going to be left with, what is that? 400? 400 life points left. DD Warrior is only 1,200, but under the field spell, it's 1,400, so I can attack and remove both of them from play. Attack with a 400 monster per game! Yeah! That was great! So again, as in all of my videos, I really apologize for the poor audio quality, but this was just too good not to share. So, anyways, that'll be it.